So the eating part is really what gets us. That's the part that really keeps us from losing weight. Because some of y'all can work out all day, every day, and you're still the same weight. Hey guys, have you ever tried to explain something to someone and you thought you were hitting the mark? You were explaining it so well, they were getting it, but they weren't. In this video, I am going to re-explain how intermittent fasting has changed my life. If you're interested, stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button, like this video if you like this content, hit the notification bell so you see me every time I post a video. And so I am Dr. Jamesia, the nurse practitioner extraordinaire. I inspire, uplift, and educate. And as you guys know, I also have a planner business with my daughter, Bon Capri. I've made several videos on that. This is not what this is about, but I do want to talk to you about that. Also, I have started to get into Clubhouse more, and I am on Clubhouse Monday through Friday. The Monday through Thursday, I'm talking about intermittent fasting, transforming your mind, your body, and all of that with several other people. And I want you guys to come in and check me out. I'm also starting a room on Fridays. I think I'm going to start maybe next Friday just to kind of help anybody with any type of nursing stuff or whatever. Haven't quite solidified that yet, but I'm going to be on there because that's my goal, to get on there. So, all right, y'all. So look. So, okay, sorry. Just trying to fix my hair here. Okay, so I did a talk on Clubhouse about intermittent fasting. And there was someone there who did not quite feel like my video here on YouTube on intermittent fasting really explained what I did for success. And so that kind of hit me. And I thought, well, if that person feels I didn't explain it, somebody else feels I didn't explain it. So I'm going to explain it from my point of view and how intermittent fasting has changed my life. But first, I'm going to start with the basics about intermittent fasting. I'm not going to get all scientific-y or anything like that. You can do that on your own time. You know, I'm here with the down-to-earth type explanations. So let's talk about intermittent fasting and what it is. Intermittent fasting is a time-conscious way of eating. So basically that means you time the time of day that you want to eat, okay? And when I first got into intermittent fasting, it started out slow because I love to eat. But I knew I needed to make a change because I was gaining too much weight and my cholesterol was everywhere. So this is how I did it. First, I started moving the time I ate or put anything in my mouth to 10 o'clock every day. And then I would stop eating at 6 o'clock. Now, that's how I first started. And during the time that I was eating, I was very conscious about how many carbs that I ate. I didn't count my carbs, guys, but I knew that I didn't want to eat too many carbs because I love carbs and I know that they put weight on me. And I know how carbs influence the levels of insulin in your system. I'm trying not to go too deep on it, but I want you to understand that in the presence of insulin, your body no longer burns your fat stores that you already have there, but it just goes into burning the food that you put in your body. Okay, does that help? I hope so. So I began to do eating at 10, and then I started to see that, okay, this is making me feel pretty good. I can actually do it. I can be disciplined, although it was hard starting out. Then probably 2 weeks later, I started to push the time that I started eating to like 12 in the afternoon, which is my regular eating time. That's the time I would meet up with friends, with colleagues, with people on my staff. We would meet up and eat at 12. And then, okay, I still was eating dinner, but I was trying to not eat after 6 o'clock in the evening. This whole time I've been trying to not eat after 6. And then I pushed the 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Man, that was hard. I'm gonna be honest with you. Pushing it from 12 to 2, it was just hard. But I decided that I was going to do it. So I pushed my eating time from 12 to 2. And I still was eating again before 6, trying to get that food in there. And I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't consciously counting calories, but I was watchful of the carbs always, okay? And so then for me, and a lot of people do this differently, they try to add some keto in there and stuff like that. I didn't do that because I just didn't. I have done keto in the past, and in the past it was called the Atkins diet, and it does work wonders, but I wasn't doing that. All right, so then after probably a year of doing that back and forth, I decided I wanted to be a little bit more drastic because I wasn't seeing everything that I knew intermittent fasting could do for me. So I started going to, or I currently am, 1 meal a day, okay? So I start eating anywhere from 2:30 in the afternoon till 6. If I find myself not eating by 6, I don't eat. So that's how I do it. That's my discipline. That's what works for me. Now, let me tell you how there's so many ways to fast. And I'm going to tell you about 16 and 8. 16 and 8 is the most popular, one of the most popular ways to intermittent fast. And you will do this by fasting for 16 hours, which most of that time is sleep, and then eating within an 8-hour window. If you want to be drastic about it and really transform yourself depending on what you're doing it for me at the time, I was trying to get my cholesterol to come down, and I was also trying to get back into a pair of jeans that I look oh so good in, because I was like not trying to buy any more clothes. I don't have time for that. So anyway, you can do 16 and 8, or you can do something called 5 and 2. Now the 5 and 2 is also good. This works for people's lifestyle also. Now they eat regular for 5 days and they fast for 2 days. It doesn't have to be 2 days back to back, but 2 days out of the week they fast. In that, you can have up to 500 to 600 calories. I personally think you should not have anything and just try to get the discipline to not eat on those 2 days, so you can get the full benefit of fasting, okay? That's just what I'm saying. And again, I'm not your provider. I'm not trying to tell you what to do medically. I'm just telling you what I do, what I've done, and how you can go about starting it in your life. Okay, now another one is alternate day fasting. You fast every other day. And on that every other day, you limit your calories when you're fasting. On the day you decide to fast, you're limiting your calories to 500, okay? And remember, through all of this, you're drinking 8 to 10 glasses of water a day. All of it. You're constantly drinking 8 to 10 glasses of water, no matter what. I add lemon to mine just because that's what I do. All right, you can do that. Now, you can also do what I do, which is the OMAD way of doing intermittent fasting. That's 1 meal a day. That is drastic. I'm going to tell you, and it is hard. And it has been hard for me. But I'm committed to it, but I'm not so committed that I don't socialize and be with my family and friends while they're eating, right? So if there's an event going on, if I know there's a wedding that day, that is when I'm going to eat. I'm going to cut it off, okay? If I know my girlfriends are meeting up for breakfast, that's going to be the meal I have, and I cut it off. And then I readjust the next day, okay? I hope you understand what I'm saying there. Live your life, but commit to yourself about how you live your life. And that's what I've done. And in doing so, I've been able to have much more mental clarity, be much more free with my life. I don't have to plan so much, eating my schedule around what I'm going to eat, because I only eat once a day. And then when I do, I eat what I want. And when I say I eat what I want, I normally try to eat whole foods. I don't do anything crazy like all these labels or processed foods. I don't do that. However, if I want it, I do it. But that is not my norm. So I try to have whole foods. I still will eat a couple carbs in that period of time. Whatever I want to eat, I eat it. But again, I want it to be a whole food. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way, because that's just my life. But that's what I stick to. So in doing intermittent fasting, I have been able to go from 184 to 85 pounds to, I stay anywhere between 155 and 160 on my weight. And I'm a pretty tall girl. I'm even taller when I put my hair up and wear heels, but I'm somewhere between 5'7.5". My daughter says no, but it's on my license, so that's what we're sticking to. But I am anywhere from 5'7.5" with no heels on to about 5'9" or 5'10" with heels in my hair up. So anyway, so yeah. What did I want to say? What else I want to say? I'm looking over here because I have some notes. Consult with your healthcare provider. Again, I'm not your healthcare provider. And I want to tell you that all of this worked. Getting the weight off worked without exercise. Okay. Now, exercise works, but I just want you to hear that 85% of weight gain is due to what you put in your mouth. Okay. So even if you don't get to work out, even if you don't get to do that, because working out really, what is it for? It's really for our heart. It's really for, you know, our organs. It's really for that. It's not necessarily for, I can't say health, but you get where I'm going on this, right? So the eating part is really what gets us. That's the part that really keeps us from losing weight. Because some of y'all can work out all day, every day, and you still the same weight. And I think in my other video, I talked about a young lady that I see in my neighborhood constantly, every day. No change. I don't see any change. You have to change what you're putting in your body. And that's what intermittent fasting has done for me. And so some of the things I talked about on the Clubhouse video, and I hope you guys go back and look at the replays, but how it changed my life, it gave me confidence. It gave me confidence in setting a goal and achieving that goal. Okay, that's what it did. And it also gave me the sense that I wanted to take care of myself, longevity. I wanted to make sure that I stick around for my grandkids if I have any, for my family, because I love this life and I know there's a life beyond. But you know, if I can influence any reason why I stay around and it has to do with food, then I want to be able to do that. It gave me freedom, right? Like I said, I only eat once a day, so I have the freedom to do other things and not focus on what I'm going to eat, because 9 times out of 10, a lot of people, that's all they do is focus on what they're going to eat, what they're going to have for breakfast, what they're going to do for lunch, what they're going to do for dinner. So it gave me that. Also, mental clarity gave me that. Just a major relationship to how you feel when you're eating and not eating. So that was another thing. I hope I explained that a little bit better for those of you who wanted to know a little bit more detail about the intermittent fasting. But I'm telling you, guys, it's a lifestyle for me. And a lot of times when you start something new, your family and friends don't understand it, and they will try to knock you off your game. But just focus on you, focus on what you're doing, and yeah, you can do it. And again, I'm not your healthcare provider. I'm only telling you what worked for me and what has continued to work for me. And I hope that you found some value in this video. Please, again, subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Clubhouse. Come to Clubhouse. We'll talk. We'll rap. You can talk to me directly, and I'll get your questions answered. And yeah, hit the like button. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.